Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dimitri Johnson, and you're listening to MMALatestNews.com.
It's time to roll, baby.
Hello and welcome back to MMA Latest. This is our UFC 240 preview, and we've got some very special offers with our partners, BetBull, so stay tuned to the end of the video to find out exactly what those are. Now, BetBull are one of the few places where you can get a bet on MMA, so click the link in the description and get yourself signed up. Now, first of all, we are going to be covering the main card from about 3 a.m. UK time, or right as the main event starts for everybody else here on MMA Latest. So make sure to join us live on YouTube and get involved on Twitter using the hashtag MMA Latest Live. Starting off at the top of the main card, we have Marc-Andre Barriault against Krzysztof Jotko in the middleweight division. Jotko comes into the contest as a favourite at 8-15, while the Canadian Barriault is 7-5 to win the fight outright. Jotko comes into UFC 240 on the back of a win against Alan Amadovsky, while Marc-Andre Barriault is returning to Canada off the back of a unanimous decision loss against Andrew Sanchez. I am backing Jotko to get the win in this one. Following on, the Canadian gangster Oliver Aubin Mercier returns to the cage after 8 months against Arman Sayukin, who comes into this at 40-85, while Olivier is a 7-5 underdog. Aubin Mercier's last fight was Gilbert Burns, which he lost via decision at UFC 231. Sayukin is also coming to the contest on the back of a decision loss against Makhachev at UFC St. Petersburg. I feel that Olivier Aubin Mercier will get the win in front of his home crowd in this particular fight. Welterweight square off as Jeff Neal takes on Nico Price. Both fighters coming into the contest on the back of wins, with Neal's most recent win coming against Belal Muhammad at UFC Brooklyn, while Price's last win was a first-round TKO against Tim Means. BetBull has Nico Price at underdog at 5-2, while Jeff Neal comes in at 1-4. Neal has too much for Price, I think, so I'm definitely going with the bookies on this one and saying he will get the victory. Cris Cyborg is back in the co-main event, her first fight since losing her title to Amanda Nunes, with the former champ taking on rising star and undefeated Felicia Spencer. The Phenom made her debut just 2 months ago against Megan Anderson, where she secured a first-round submission victory. Cyborg returns as favourite at 2-15, while Spencer is at odds of 4-1. While the bookies are making Cyborg a very heavy favourite going into this fight, I'm not sure we're going to see the very best Cyborg, and I think especially against Spencer, I think the value is in backing Spencer, especially at 4-1. That's great odds. So for the ACCA that I'm building during this preview, I'm going to be going with Spencer, but I've also got my bet of the day as well is going to be Spencer, and I'm going to get down to that a little bit later on. But of course, it is the blessed era, and Max Holloway returns to his featherweight kingdom to defend his throne against Frankie Edgar. Returning to the 10th island, Max's last defense was against rising star and Edgar's last loss, Brian Ortega, which was also in Canada. Holloway's the favourite at 1-4 to retain his title, while Edgar is 11-4 to be crowned the new featherweight king. There is only one winner here, and I think that has got to be the champ. As much as I love Frankie Edgar, and who doesn't love Frankie Edgar? If you're an MMA fan and you don't love Frankie Edgar, you need to go and have a long chat with yourself in the mirror. Frankie Edgar is an all-time great, but this is Max Holloway. There is about 3 feet difference in the two of them, and I'm only going with Max Holloway for this one. So thank you, Frankie. It has been absolutely amazing watching you fight over the years, but this isn't your fight, mate, and I do not think that is going to be anything except, Joe, the one thing that could make this happen is if Max has a bad cut. Frankie just walks in on weight, he's healthier, he's in better shape, and he gets an upset. But I don't think that's going to happen here, so I am backing Max Holloway to retain his title in this instance. Right then, throughout this preview, we've been putting together a little bit of an accumulator. Here are the fighters that I am choosing to go into my accumulator, and I'm going with Jotko, Aubin Mercer, Neal, Spencer, and Holloway. And if you fancy that, you can get odds of 28.88 to 1, which I think represents a little bit of value. I'm going to go and stick a fiver on that one, and let's see how that one comes. My bet of the day today is going to be Spencer to win via submission, and you can get 9-1 with that on BetBull if you fancy doing that. She has got 4 of her last 7 victories via way of submission, and I think this is another opportunity for her to get one of those in the submission column. So 9-1 I think represents excellent value. She's also good value at just 4-1 to beat Cyborg as well. So I think that represents a little bit of value if you're into that sort of thing. Okay, so we have a special sign-up offer then. If you put on any 3-leg ACCA, so that includes the one that we've just put on today, you're going to get a 100% odds boost courtesy of the good folks at BetBull. So if you fancy that, get into the description below, hit that link, get signed up to BetBull, and come and start putting some bets on MMA If you fancy it, like I said, any acca with more than 3 legs will get a 100% odds boost. And by doing so, you will be entered into a prize draw to win a signed Max Holloway poster. How about that then? If you fancy that, link in the description below. Get yourself signed up to BetBull. Like I said, they are one of the few places that you can get MMA betting on, so go and give them a sign up and thank them for supporting our sport. And that is it from me. If you'd like to tune in for the watch along, come and join us at 3 a.m. UK time, or just as the main events are starting, for a little bit of alternative commentary with me and the lads in the studio on fight night. We'll see you there. Laters.